Well, welcome brick fans to a Lego Castle edition here on the Brick Show. Come on, JJ, that wasn't very loud. Alright, we're a little tired. Oh, we have the King's Castle here. This is the big one from the Castle Themes. And we'll show you the box real quick. It's 996 pieces, if you can see that. And we get 7 figures. Retail price is $100, which is a good price. Now overall, just comparing it to other castles, you're going to have to wait till after the close-up for my opinion on that. But we do get 7 figures. We get 4 Lion Knights and 3 Dragon Knights. And a lot of features on this. So younger kids are going to love it. And for the most part, because it's castle themed, a lot of the adults are going to like it too. Because, well, it's classic castle Lego. Here is your close-up. Alright, so here's everything we get in the King's Castle. 7 minifigures, a catapult, and of course, the castle belonging to the king himself, which we do get in this set as well, with his gold crown. And we will start with him first. And here is our king. As you can see, great printing on the torso. I mean, great, awesome. He does come with a golden sword. His crown is gold as well, and the blue cape. And there is a little bit of back printing on him as well. And this is his head, one-sided printing. And then here is one of our Lion Knight soldiers. The printing on all of the Lion Knights is different amongst the 4 of them. He comes with a bow and arrow and a quiver on the back. And then of course, this is the only helmet you get in this style in the set as well. We do have printing on the front of the head, but not on the back. And then our next Lion Knight comes with a crossbow. Again, different printing on the torso, which I really like this one. A different helmet, different face, and a little bit of back printing. And there's his face without the helmet. Next up is our main knight. He's got tons of armor on. As you can see, there's his big shield. He does come with a great helmet and the sword. The helmet, of course, does flip up. One-sided face, which you see here. And then here's what he looks like without his armor. As you can see, awesome printing on the torso. And it has the king's crown. So it makes me think that maybe this is heir to the throne, the prince. And then we do get back printing on the torso. Then here's our first Dragon Knight. And the Dragon Knights all have the same exact torso between the 3 of them. This one comes with a flail and a helmet, which is the only helmet in this style of the 3 Dragon Knights. Here's the head printing. He's missing a tooth. We do get double-sided printing on his head. And there's the printing on the back of the torso. And here's our next Dragon Knight. Comes with a different helmet than the others. And the battle axe. And as you see, same printing on the torso. Do get printing on his legs though. He's got a big red bushy beard. And double-sided printing on the head. And then here's our final Dragon Knight. Comes with a bigger sword than the others. And then a little bit darker gray, that gunmetal gray. There's his shield. And he's got fantastic printing on his armor. You see, we do get leg printing. And it's the same as the figure I just showed you, and then a different helmet. So all 3 Dragon Knights have 3 different helmets. And we do get double-sided printing, and really on all 3 Dragon Knights we get double-sided printing, but on none of the Lion Knights do we get double-sided printing. And here is the horse that we get, and I've put the king on the horse, of course. That's kind of like the song. Anyways, we do get what I love in these horses, the armor that goes over his head. You can see the printing there. I think that we got a Lord of the Rings horses with that printing as well. They are kind of tough to put back on, as you're seeing here. There we go. And then great printing on the drape over the horse. And the king just looks very kingly when he is sitting upon there. And then here is the catapult. It's actually a pretty big catapult, and it's pretty fun to shoot at the castle. And we get a couple of the bombs or big things to put in the back. And the cool thing is the way this works, kind of like a whip action. As we pull the dragon's head in, it kind of flips the catapult. So that's a nice little touch on it. And I know you want to see me shoot it, and I will. So here we go. It could be kind of tough because of the angle I'm in. But let's see if we can hit the castle. And I did, right on the flag. I hurt their flag. Now as we move on to the castle itself, I'm going to kind of turn it around here just so that you can see the full 360 and from different angles. Just kind of see the structure and where the towers are at. Now you can break this up in a few pieces and create different ways of kind of positioning your towers and walls. We'll show you the different combinations at the very end of the close-up here, but this is the one, this is the way they have you do it in the instruction booklet. So a very nice square castle, big tower on the front, lots of flags. I love there's lots of flags and shields. They're proud, and I like that. And let's see, we get 1, 2, 3 of the big banner type flags, a lot of the wavy flags like this, and then the shields are just throughout the entire castle. Now we do have a drawbridge here and a gate, and we're going to show you how to use those. Now first we'll show you the drawbridge. You'll see the little turning thing here. As we turn that, the drawbridge goes up. And you can't have a castle without a drawbridge. It's just not possible. So we'll move that back down. And then as far as the gate, there's another turning wheel here. And when we turn that, the gate goes up to let in the good guys. So here we have a catapult in the smaller tower, and it's going to be fighting the catapult that has driven in from the Dragon Knights. And the cool thing about it is there's a little suspended thing back here that's got some give, and we just push back, and then when we let go, it allows us to use our catapult very easily. Then here's the other side, the right side of the castle. There's enough room. There's a walking room really all the way around these towers. Lots of room to put other figures, and you could build an army, and it would look really good just lining them up here. Here's the side. As you see, we get a lot of these mason bricks, and even one of these is a window, and it's collapsible like that, so they can kind of blast that open or sneak in. So that's always a feature we typically get in these castle sets, a way for them to sneak in to the castle. Then here's the back tower. It's the same exact size as the one on the front left of the castle, and there's tons of room here. There is a crossbow already set up, but there is no weapon here, just a lot of room for you to put your minifigs. All right, so here we have the back. Here we have the back of the castle, and you can see there's our smaller tower we just looked at. Then we have a bigger one right behind the main one on the other side. We have a little door in on the back. There are 2 areas to put minifigs in here, and then also the top as well, where you'll see a torch. And then you'll see this ladder in here, which we'll look at from the other side. Now we're looking at the other side of that, towards the back of the castle. You'll see we have the king's throne here, which has the golden goblet and a piece of, just a glass bottle. There's a little bit closer look at that. And then there's the ladder from the other side for them to climb up and go on this inside part of the castle. And then up here there is a room. There is a room, and what is in that room? What are they hiding? As you can see, you need a key, which is in here. But I'm not going to show you where that is yet. And we get a little treasure chest. And in that treasure chest is some gold coins, and some jewels. Now as we turn that over in the corner, you'll see that there is also a staircase over there. Then in the back right tower, on the very bottom, we have a prison, as we typically do in all castle sets. And right now it's chained together. We get 2 doors, so that's a nice touch. Usually we only get the 1 door, but this has the double doors with the chain protecting it. And then the room above that is just an empty room. And then the final tower, the tower on the front, we get another empty room under that, and then here is just the workings of the catapult above it. And looking at the back side of the gate, you can see we get some torches, but what I really want you to see is that we do get a few gray. We get a lot of the lighter tan mason bricks, but we do get a couple of the dark gray ones here as well. Now I've broken this all up just so you can see where the Technic pins are and where all of these come apart. Now you could really buy 2 or 3 of these and build a huge castle, because it really breaks up nicely and you could just mix and match and create a couple different environments. Oh, by the way, this is where the key is located, or hidden. Here is another layout that they give you in the book, where the tower is to the left. That bigger tower that is in the back now is right to the left of your main gate and drawbridge, and then the smaller ones are moved to the front right, and as you see, to the back. But then the book gives you a few more that you can try it yourself. All right, and we're back. Now, my thoughts overall, comparing it to some other castle sets. It's ironic that I'm reviewing this today because just over the weekend, I was able to get my hands on, paid like $1,000, and I was able to get through Craigslist a hold of 58 sets, most of which, well, probably about 20 of them are castle sets from 1994, 95, 96. So there's some other castles. The Royal Knights Castle I actually have. It's going to take a while for me to review all those because I got to clean them up. They're in dirty shape. But we do plan reviewing all of those, not only castle, but some pirate stuff, some space stuff from that era. So it's going to be fun. It was why I had to pay the extra money, because it's just a lot of good sets that you just can't get anymore that quickly for that price. Now, what makes me bring that up is the fact that this is a castle set. And I went back and looked at some of the older castle stuff. And look, this is a great set. $100 is a great price for younger kids, for castle-themed older kids, where it's your favorite theme, and adults who just like the classic Lego sets like this. It's great. Great play features, great price, great figures, all that stuff. What I think is missing though with some of these recent castle releases, I can sum up in one word, and that word is base plates. I love base plates. Ask Steven how much I love base plates. I'm kind of a base plate collector. And a lot of the older stuff had really great base plates that you build the castle on. I mean, really, castles, if you go, they're fortresses. They're up on a mountain. And those base plates gave it that look, gave it that effect. And the castles of today just don't do that anymore. They don't use base plates at all. And it's not because Lego won't do base plates like that anymore, because they have. They did it in the pyramid set. There was a pretty unique looking base plate, and they've done it in some other things as well. I wish they would go back to a theme, castle theme, that gave us good base plates with printing on it, not stickers, and created unique castles that are kind of up in the mountains or on the rolling hills in the forest, that type of stuff. The last two King's Castles are very similar. They're not exactly the same. They're structured differently in this main area here. The towers are different, located in different places and different sizes. But for the most part, they look very similar, except that the Lion Knights are in red rather than blue as in this set. And then the Dragon Knights are in more of a black and a green. Now we do want to get JJ's opinion, because he played with this a pretty long time. He even lost one of the guys, and then I had to find him. He was hidden up on the top tower here. So JJ, what's your favorite thing about the set?
That these can go up.
The drawbridge? Or not the drawbridge, the big gate. Yes, and that's a very cool piece.
I like this part. That
the drawbridge and the gate as a whole. The way
and
that
I like this right here.
The way that we can raise it up on the catapult. It is a cool catapult, a little bit bigger than we usually get in Lego sets. So ratings for younger kids, we're gonna go, what did you say? You said 10, right? I'm gonna move it back a little bit just because 10, you know, for it to be a 10, it's gotta be awesome. And this is very, very good, but it's not quite a 10. So I'm gonna do 9.5. Good to go. All right, older kids, I'm going to move it back a little bit to 8.5. I just think there's going to be other things out there for older kids that you're going to want to buy ahead of this, but it's still a very, very, very good castle. So if you are into castle-themed stuff, you're still going to buy. You're going to want the castle because it's usually the flagship set of any castle theme. However, I will say this: if you already have the castle set, King's Castle from the Kingdom series that was out 2 years ago, and you're wondering whether to buy this, I would say no, don't buy it. You already have that one. They're very similar. You're probably going to be disappointed. It's not much different. Not to where I would recommend buying both. And if you're loving castles, well then I would just go and get Helm's Deep, because that is quite different and you can still get it in stores, and it's way better than this one as far as a castle type of deal goes. But if you're a completist and you're wanting to get all the castle things from this year, it is a good castle. So for adults, then I'm gonna do an 8.5 for them too. I think you guys probably were maybe hoping for a little bit more from this castle. Again, Helm's Deep is better, and this is very much like the King's Castle from the Kingdom series. And do you guys agree with me? A-Falls, I know we have a lot of A-Falls that watch. Do you agree with me? Do we need better base plates? Is that the missing piece in the recent castle themed sets? I think Lego has done a very good job with a lot of them. I thought the Dragon Mountain Fortress, or the Dragon Fortress that we reviewed, was a really good set, really iconic, kind of like the old stuff. But again, it didn't have a base plate. I really want more base. I really want better base plates for the next castle round that we're probably going to get in 2015. So there you have it. That is our review on King's Castle. Check out the description for all of our castle reviews here on The Brick Show, and we'll see you guys next time.